Hello, and welcome back for day 3 of Dyslexia Awareness Week. And I have a activity that I would like to share with you today called finger tapping. I mentioned it in the video yesterday. So up until this point, we have been being able to identify sounds and then blend those sounds together to read words. So when we are finger tapping, we are doing that so that we can transfer the sounds that we hear to writing. So to finger tap, you will use both hands. And I'm pretty high tech here today. It took me my entire prep, but I figured out how to screen record my dot cam. So I'm probably late to the game on this, but here we go. So all the students have a finger tapping template that they keep in their kits, and you know, as they get more experience with finger tapping, they no longer need the template. But this is a template for a student who is right-handed. And the reason it might look like that's your left hand, that's correct, because when we are transferring to writing, I need their dominant hand free to write as they finger tap. So that is why we use this template. They are going to be finger tapping with their non-dominant hand. If they are left-handed, they use this template. You'll notice that we are always tapping left to right because that is how we read. So I'll demonstrate finger tapping. Again, our goal is to be able to segment those words into sounds and then be able to transfer those sounds into words. So what we would do is I would give a word. Let's say our word is dish. They would pound and say the word dish. D, if, sh. And they would place a sound on every finger. D, if, sh, dish. Then, since they have their right hand free if they're right-handed, as they go back and say the sounds again, they can write the letter that represents that sound at the same time. So, dish, d, I, sh. Shout out to one of my viewers who hooked me up with some new dry erase markers. That was exciting surprise this morning. If that student is left-handed, their tapping sheet would go over here. Same thing, I would not be able to write with my left hand, but dish would be dish. Pound it. D, I, sh. D, I. There you go, for your lefties out there. So that's finger tapping. If you have a word with more than one syllable, we pound each syllable, and we use the finger tapping for each syllable. So we normally, we start with one syllable words, but then that's why it's important that students understand what syllables are. So we'll talk more about that tomorrow. And I want to show you some additional supplies I have that you are welcome to have copies of if you'd like. We do have several dry erase pockets down here. If you'd like to use those, you can reuse paper or use the same sheet of paper every time. These are just the generic finger tapping cards. Some other ones that I have, these just came out for Halloween. They're monster finger tapping cards. I would just cut out and give them the one that they need so it's not confusing. These are three-dimensional. They need that they use, and if it's on the table, you know they can. They kind of pop up. Can't really see on the video, but they kind of pop up. They're three-dimensional, so they pound and then tap over here, and they can kind of just feel that moving underneath their hands. Something else that I use are gloves. So I just find my lone gloves. I don't have a pair, and I use this electrical tape, and they can actually wear these on their hands and finger tap, moving their fingers. So they each have a glove in their toolkit, and then Sundays, Friday, Flashlight Friday, I let them use the finger lights. There's not a yellow one, so we use white. But they put those on their fingers, and they tap the sounds using the finger lights. Hope that's helpful.